Jim, how old are you?
11.
You're 11. And, you know, what are you here to talk about today? What's the name of...
Wasn't it?
Do you know what it is?
That was a hyperactive disorder.
Very good.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And Jim, tell me about what that means. What is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder?
It means I'll come into conversations with my own little thing.
What was that?
I mean, they'll tell me about something that I don't have a clue, and then all of a sudden they just come in out of nowhere.
Okay, so sometimes you jump in.
And sometimes I just drift off.
What do you mean by that, drift off?
Like I'm not in reality. In other words, I'm only connected to my mind. Like I'm only in my mind right now, and everything else is tuned out.
When does that happen for you?
It just happens sometimes, like usually in school. Sometimes it happens in school.
In school. So when you're in school, the teacher will be teaching, and most of the kids are kind of listening. Mostly. And what's happening for you?
I hear them, but I'm just not really paying attention.
Okay. What are you paying attention to?
My head.
What might go on in your head?
I don't know, just single thoughts.
Yeah, thinking about something different. So then the teacher calls on you and says, Jim, are you listening? Are you with us?
No, she calls. I'm like, okay, what happened?
And do you take medicine?
Yeah.
You do. And do you take it every day?
I take it only on the weekdays.
On the weekdays for school. Does it help you?
Yes, I think it does help me.
What does it do when you take the medicine?
The medicine is supposed to make me pay more attention.
It help. Do you think it does help you pay more attention?
I think it does. I think without it, I'd probably be daydreaming the whole entire day.
Say that one more time, a little slower.
I think without it, I'd be daydreaming the whole entire day.
You would be. Does that happen to you on the weekends when you don't take it?
No.
Okay, so it's in school where it's really hard for you. Mm-hmm. It's really hard in school. How do you feel about taking the medicine?
I think I like to take it on the weekdays.
I know that's when you take it, but do you mind taking it?
No, not really.
Do your friends know?
Yeah.
They know that you have ADHD?
I think so.
Have you ever talked to them about it?
No, not really.
Okay, but so how do you think they know?
I know they know.
Okay, but you're not real sure. Yeah.
Your close friends know.
Yeah.
But maybe not all the kids in class know. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, Anthony knows, Carrie knows.
Zach knows.
Everything else.
Yeah. And Nina, how do they know?
Because I told them.
You've told them. You said, oh, I have this ADD thing?
Yeah, I told them.
Okay. Is it hard for you to have friends because of the ADHD?
No.
Do you think it bothers people that you daydream or drift away or something?
No, usually I don't do it with my friends.
Okay. So that's interesting. When you're with your friends, it's easier to pay attention to them and...
Yeah, because I think it's because we're using our imaginations.
Okay. So you like to do a lot of imagination.
Yeah, usually if I play with my friends, I'm using my imagination, then I probably won't drift off.
One of the things that happens for some people with ADHD is they are, they move their bodies around a lot.
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
No.
Okay. Okay. Is it hard for you to sit still in class? Is it hard for you to sit in your chair? Your mom's kind of laughing. Do you disagree?
Jim's never been the kind to be wandering around the classroom and getting up. His hyperactivity is more small. Okay. His hands are moving or his feet are moving or that kind of hyperactivity.
Not right now.
Yeah.
I said kind of right now.
Like right now, yeah. Does it happen more when you get a little nervous?
At the end of the day, I just want to move. When it's time to leave, I'm like, okay, come on now, it's time to leave, come on.
Oh, so that sounds a little bit like impatience. Do you get impatient?
Yeah.
Like you want to move all the time?
Yeah, except for Jim, because if we stay longer for Jim, then I'm happy with that, because Jim is fun.
Could you talk a little slower, sweetie?
I like Jim, because it's fun.
So that fast talking is maybe part of it too, that you are a very fast talker. Do you know that you're talking really fast?
No.
But when your mom points it out to you, like she just did, you're able to slow down a little bit if you really think about it. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great. So I'll help you try to remember too, because I want to be able to hear what you're saying and understand it. How old were you when you first realized that you might
Well, my
have...
mom told me, but I didn't. How old was I when you told me that?
It was around kindergarten.
How did you notice?
Actually, I forgot.
Okay.
I
What about, let me ask
How
your
did I
mom.
notice?
How did you notice?
Gee, well, I never really thought he was hyperactive because I thought more of that would be the kind of child who was very physically adventurous, and he wasn't like that. I guess just focusing his attention on things. So it was when he was starting school,
Right.
you know,
Yep.
and he needed to do something with more structure. You know, people said, did I notice that we had to do things differently with him? Well, no, because it was just always the way it worked out. You know, that's why he doesn't need to take it on the weekends, because there's not a structured schedule. We know how much time to allow to get ready to leave, you know, things like that.
What about at the beginning of a school year, or when you just start going to a camp?
School year. Usually I'll wake, or one time I'll just stay in the bed. I'll stay in the bed. But then eventually I'll turn into a schedule where I get up and do stuff and then get on the bus and go to school.
Okay.
How about when you first got to school this year, though, and you had your locker to learn, and, you know,
Oh, that.
was it a little crazy in the beginning?
Yeah. But then eventually I got down.
Does it take you a long time to get ready to go to school? Do you always know where all your things are?
No.
No. So in the mornings, are you kind of running around looking for your homework and your
No.
knapsack?
That's one part depend on my mom to do that.
Talk a little slower. Say one more
I
time.
depend on my mom to do that.
Okay, so you depend on your mom. So if it were up to you,
Then I could handle it.
you could, but it might be hard. Do you
No.
lose things?
Even if Dad's home alone, I can get ready by myself.
But it's taken us the year. We have a good routine now, but it takes us a little while to figure out,
Okay.
you know, it's probably December by the time it's smooth,
Okay.
you know, for the school year, I think. Right, Jim?
Yeah.
But we have a good routine now. We haven't missed the bus in quite a long time.
What grade are you in now?
Yes.
You're in 5th grade, so you probably have some pretty big homework assignments sometimes, like maybe a big report or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you have those sometimes now?
fish.
We'll say that again?
Design a fish and
Okay.
a lot of projects.
So when you have a big project like that takes more than just like one night to do it, how hard is it for you to get that project
usually
done?
me and my mom work on it.
You work on it together. And what does your mom help you do?
She helps me do the writing, come up with the... Well, actually, mostly I think I did writing, but you just help me come up with the ideas.
Okay.
What to write.
And
Yeah.
what's the hardest part of working on a long project for you? What's the hardest part
Writing.
of work? Writing.
Because I can copy stuff pretty well. I can just copy it down. But sometimes coming up with my own ideas,
Yes.
that takes some more time.
How's your handwriting?
Good.
Do you have good handwriting, or is it a little sloppy?
I have good handwriting.
Okay. Because sometimes people with ADHD, their actual writing is hard to read.
Actually, Jim's writing is pretty good.
It
but
is.
I give a lot of credit to Miss Jane. Do you remember Miss Jane?
No.
Not too much, but he had occupational therapy in kindergarten.
Oh,
and,
that's great.
Right when he was learning to write, which was not cursive, but still holding the pencil and things like that. They,
Okay.
you know, so
Okay.
yeah, his writing's good.
Okay. Do you lose things?
Yes, I have lost my Game Boy Advance SP and I cannot find it. And it's been like 2 or 3 months, right, Mom?
Yeah, it
Okay.
has.
Do you lose a lot of things?
No. Eventually I lose something, but I lose something that eventually I find it.
Okay. What about when you come home from school? Do you sometimes leave some of the books you need at school, or
not
lose
really.
papers?
Not really.
Uh-oh, your
Not
mom's
too
sure.
often.
Not
Once in a
too
while.
often. If you start a project, do you come up with a plan, have a project,
No.
and finish it all the way through?
Not really.
No? What happens instead?
What does happen instead? Oh yeah, usually I just put it off.
Put it off.
Yeah, I just like put it off, and then eventually on the last 2 days, Mom's like, Jimmy, we should work on this a little bit later.
No, she's not talking about a school project.
Yeah.
Say you and Carrie start building something with Legos
Oh,
or something.
that?
Do you usually finish?
I won't want to do that first, but then eventually I'll get into it, and when she wants to sell us, I'll be like, no, come on, Karen, I want to do this some more.